There's something shifting in your love life. Starting May 23rd, Venus enters Gemini and it's igniting twin flame connections. But be warned, not every spark is a flame. False connections could lead to major setbacks. Venus in Gemini turns up the volume on communication. Think rapid-fire texts, late-night calls, and conversations that jump from topic to topic. Twin flames, the most intense connection there is. But what happens when the messenger planet throws a wrench into the works? The reality is, this isn't always the fairy tale you expect. How do you know if you're really with your twin flame or just caught in another karmic cycle? In this video, I will help you discover the secrets of Venus in Gemini and its impact on your twin flame relationship. By the time you finish watching, you'll be able to spot real twin flame signs from miles away, dodge potential pitfalls, and supercharge your connection. After years of working with couples and analyzing charts, I've seen these patterns play out time and again. I've learned what's real and what's just a passing phase. The question is, can Venus in Gemini truly reignite twin flame love, or does it just amplify the chaos? This transit is a double-edged sword. It offers unprecedented opportunities for union, but also exposes vulnerabilities you can't afford to ignore. We're going to decode this now. So let's explore Venus in Gemini and the specific communication patterns it triggers in your love life. Let's explore the common signs to look for, the specific action you can take now, and how to create that lasting, healthy twin flame connection. First, we'll uncover how to differentiate real signs from illusions. Then, we'll expose the biggest mistakes to avoid. Finally, we'll harness the energy to attract that fulfilling connection. Venus in Gemini has thrown open a communication portal, especially for twin flames, but be warned, this portal is filled with smoke and mirrors. Venus in Gemini is acting like a cosmic switchboard, lighting up the lines between twin flames. But be cautious, these connections can be tricky to navigate, and what seems like a direct connection could be a distorted signal. This communication portal amps up the potential for increased contact, but it also raises the risk of confusing surface-level interactions with deep, authentic connections. Expect more texts, calls, DMs, and random encounters with your twin flame, but are these interactions meaningful or just fleeting distractions designed to throw you off course? This transit will blur the lines between a genuine twin flame connection and a temporary infatuation, causing even more confusion. It's up to you to discern the difference, and time is of the essence. So how do you know if it's real? The evidence will start to emerge. You might receive a message out of the blue, revisit old memories, or start seeing repeating numbers like 1111 or 222. These are signs, but what do they really mean in the grand scheme of things? That coincidental encounter might feel like fate, but is it truly a sign of reunion or just a karmic echo from a past you thought you had escaped? Many are reporting a surge in twin flame activity during this transit, but also a lot of confusion. Are these relationships actually moving forward, or are they just spinning in circles, trapped in a loop of miscommunication and unmet expectations? You might have already felt it, an intense pull towards your twin flame, followed by a wave of doubt and uncertainty. The universe is sending signals, but it's up to you to decode them, and don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. But here's the thing, Gemini's true nature is all about communication, but it's a specific kind of communication. Venus in Gemini influences communication styles to be flirty, non-committal, scattered, and intellectual. Venus in Gemini loves to play with words, and you can expect lighthearted banter, intellectual debates, and a lot of playful flirting. But is it genuine, or is it just a game? This communication style can be particularly challenging for twin flames who crave deep, meaningful connection and soul-level intimacy. Venus in Gemini might offer only surface-level interactions, leaving you feeling empty and unfulfilled. This mismatch can lead to frustration and disappointment, as your soul yearns for more than just witty banter. It is crucial to not get caught up in the superficial interactions during this time. And what if synchronicities are showing up? Synchronicities are significant, but they're not always a green light for an imminent reunion. They might be pointing to unresolved issues or karmic lessons that need to be addressed before you can move forward. This transit can trigger old wounds and highlight recurring patterns in your relationships. Are you repeating the same mistakes, or are you finally learning from them? But here's what most people miss. Venus in Gemini can amplify karmic patterns, drawing you back into old cycles and unhealthy dynamics. Remember the saying, if you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. That's exactly what this transit can trigger. Are you repeating the same toxic patterns with your twin flame, or are you breaking free and creating something new? On the other hand, if you find yourself not communicating with your twin flame at all, it might be a sign that one or both of you are focusing on personal development before joining together. Sometimes silence is the loudest form of communication. Now let's navigate this portal. Be direct and authentic in your communication. Don't be afraid to express your needs and boundaries, and honesty is key. Protect your energy and set clear boundaries so that you don't let yourself be swept away by empty promises or superficial charm. If it doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't. Tap into your intuition and discern whether your feelings are based on genuine connection or just fleeting infatuation, and trust your gut. You have the power to protect yourself from getting hurt if you only listen to what it is telling you. Focus on loving yourself and pursuing your passions, because a healthy relationship starts with a healthy individual. You must first love yourself before you can truly love someone else. Finally, journal about your expectations in the relationship. Do they align with reality? Is the relationship based on equality and mutual respect? Are you both willing to put in the work to create a lasting, fulfilling connection? The portal is opening, but will it lead you to your ultimate destiny? Remember, discernment is your superpower during this transit. Don't let yourself be blinded by wishful thinking or swept away by the initial excitement. But how do you really know if it's the real deal? Next, we'll decode the unmistakable signs of a genuine twin flame reunion, separating them from the illusions of the portal. And beyond the fairy tale, twin flame relationships come with some heavy baggage. We'll uncover hidden issues that often go unnoticed. The deeper you journey in understanding this transit, the more you'll find that twin flame connections are about something more important than just romance. Can you feel it? Are you sure it's your twin flame? Or is it a karmic echo disguised as destiny? This question might sting, but Venus in Gemini is forcing you to look beyond the initial spark and evaluate what's really there. This transit isn't about confirming your desires, it's about revealing the truth, even if it shatters your illusions. Venus in Gemini can act as a cosmic magnifying glass, revealing hidden aspects of relationships, but be warned, it can also distort perceptions. Are the lines blurring towards clarity, or are they blurring the truth? Is it amplifying existing issues, or simply creating new drama out of thin air? What is the actual difference, and how can you tell? What follows can save you years of heartache, and this transit demands clear sight. What is a green flag signaling a healthy connection versus a red flag warning of karmic entanglement? This isn't about romantic fantasies, it's about the reality of your connection and the potential for genuine, soul-level growth. Let's unmask this reunion. What does a genuine twin flame reunion actually look like? Think unconditional love, mutual respect, and a shared drive for spiritual growth. Unconditional love means accepting your twin flame's flaws and supporting their evolution, not trying to mold them into your ideal partner. It's wanting the best for them, even if that means letting them go. Are you prepared to release your grip and allow them to walk their own path? Contrast that with the signs of a karmic connection: codependency, constant drama, control, and a pervasive lack of trust. Codependency arises when your happiness hinges on your partner's approval, blurring the lines of individuality. Twin flame connections are about individual empowerment, not about enmeshment or the loss of self. Are you losing yourself in this connection? Venus in Gemini can amplify both authentic signs and karmic patterns, and it's up to you to distinguish the difference. If the connection is genuine, communication flows freely, synchronicities offer profound guidance, and both partners feel supported in their individual journeys. If it's karmic, communication becomes erratic, synchronicities lead you astray, and both partners feel emotionally drained and confused. Have you noticed any of these warning signs? Think about individuals who have successfully discerned between these connections. They acted as their own guides. Consider a viewer who recognized codependent patterns in a relationship and chose to prioritize self-love, ultimately finding a more fulfilling connection with someone else. Or another viewer who realized they were projecting their unmet needs onto their supposed twin flame and chose instead to focus on self-healing and personal growth. What could these stories teach you? But here's the shadow side of twin flames. Beyond the fairy tale, you'll often find codependency, power struggles, emotional manipulation, and karmic debt lurking beneath the surface. What does this actually look like? Codependency can manifest as sacrificing your own needs to please your twin flame, leading to resentment and burnout, and ultimately destroying the connection. Are you being true to yourself, or are you morphing into someone else to maintain the connection? Venus in Gemini can trigger these shadow aspects, bringing them to the surface with brutal honesty. This transit can expose underlying insecurities and trigger intense power struggles and reveal who you really are. Are you trying to control your twin flame, or are you empowering them to become their best selves? The answer to this question could save your relationship. Don't fall for the misconception that twin flame relationships are always blissful and harmonious. The fairy tale ends and real life begins, but can you handle it? Twin flames push each other's buttons, triggering deep-seated wounds and unresolved traumas. It's crucial to face these challenges head-on, viewing them as opportunities for growth and deeper connection. But can you do it together? Twin flame connections can trigger painful past life or childhood wounds. These wounds can show up as irrational jealousy, crippling fear of abandonment, or a deep-seated difficulty in trusting your partner. It's essential to heal these wounds, both individually and together, to create a healthy and secure relationship. Are you both willing to do the work? But here's how being self-aware can change the game. When both partners are committed to healing and self-awareness, they can overcome these challenges and create a stronger, more fulfilling connection. But it takes courage and commitment. Are you and your twin flame brave enough to face your shadows together, or are you destined to repeat the same painful patterns? Now let's take control of this transit and begin taking steps for discernment. Grab a journal and ask yourself, what are the recurring patterns in my relationship? Are these patterns healthy and supportive, or unhealthy and destructive? What can you do, starting today, to break free from negative cycles and create a more positive dynamic? Next, try this simple meditation. Meditate on your heart center for 11 minutes each day and ask for guidance. Is this relationship truly serving my highest good, or am I clinging to an illusion? Am I being true to myself in this connection, or am I sacrificing my own needs and desires? Listen to the answers that arise without judgment and trust your intuition. Set some healthy boundaries and practice self-care. Communicate your needs clearly and assertively without fear of rejection. Don't be afraid to say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Prioritize your well-being above all else, regardless of your relationship status, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Are you valuing yourself enough to walk away if necessary? But here's the thing most people don't want to admit. If you're struggling with codependency, past trauma, or other significant challenges, don't hesitate to seek professional support from a therapist or counselor. Therapy can provide valuable tools, insights, and a safe space to explore your emotions and develop healthier coping mechanisms. There is absolutely no shame in getting help. Remember, self-awareness is your compass during this transit and will be your most powerful guiding light. Trust your intuition, prioritize your well-being above all else, and don't be afraid to walk away from anything that doesn't feel aligned with your highest good. This journey isn't about finding someone else to complete you. It's about becoming whole and complete within yourself. Now let's uncover the ultimate reason why twin flame connections exist. It goes far beyond romance, and it could change everything you thought you knew about love and relationships. What could it be? Beyond the personal connection, twin flames have the potential to create massive impact on the world, catalyzing spiritual growth and inspiring positive change on a global scale. Are you ready to step into your power, embrace your purpose, and co-create a better world with your twin flame? But here's the thing, is your twin flame connection only about romantic love, or is there something more calling you both? What if the intense longing, the undeniable pull, isn't just about finding your perfect partner, but about igniting a shared mission that could reshape your lives and the world around you? Most people miss this crucial element, remaining stuck in a cycle of longing and disappointment. Venus in Gemini can reveal this higher purpose, but only if you're willing to see beyond the surface. This transit isn't just about finding love, it's about discovering a shared destiny, a reason for being together that transcends personal desires. Are you open to the possibility that your connection is guiding you towards something bigger than yourselves? What if ignoring this call leads to stagnation, missed opportunities, and a profound sense of incompleteness? Think about couples who, through their twin flame connection, faced their deepest insecurities and launched creative businesses that revitalized their communities. One couple, riddled with self-doubt, started a bakery, their love for each other fueling their passion to create delicious treats for those who had nowhere to go. Or consider individuals who have experienced profound spiritual awakenings, deepening their meditation practice and connecting to something divine. One pair, plagued by anxiety, used their connection to embrace meditation and start a YouTube channel, helping thousands deal with their fear. Have you felt the calling to do the same, to use your connection to make a real-world impact? Twin flame relationships are not just about romance. They often result in collaborative projects or shared missions, creative endeavors, humanitarian work, community building, and even a yearning for social change. One couple began a non-profit organization to address the plight of refugees after an intense shared dream, their twin flame connection driving them to act on their shared values and vision. But here's the thing, these manifestations are not coincidental. They are inherent in the nature of twin flame unions. If these are happening in your life, do not ignore them, celebrate them. What if you are being called to something greater? But let's go deeper. Twin flames are soul sparks designed to ignite personal and collective evolution, pushing each other to evolve beyond their limitations, contributing to the overall awakening of consciousness. What if you are ready to see your relationship as fuel to make you a better you? As you grow, you will help others grow, which will lead to positive change. But the question remains, are you ready to challenge societal norms and inspire innovative solutions to global issues with your twin flame? Twin flames have the potential to accelerate spiritual awakening on a planetary scale, increasing love, compassion, and unity consciousness. By embodying these qualities in their relationship, they inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond their immediate circle. Are you ready to inspire massive positive change as you inspire others? The fate of the world may rest on it. Most people operate under the misconception that twin flame relationships are solely about individual fulfillment, neglecting their collective impact. But here's what they don't want you to know. Twin flame connections can offer innovative solutions to the world's greatest problems. The different types of missions that twin flames can share include environmentalism, social justice, and the arts. What if your relationship is a vessel for solving collective problems? So, let's take action and begin aligning with this mission. Try this meditation. Visualize your joined purpose for 11 minutes each day, asking for clarity on how to bring it to life. What does your future look like when you have achieved a goal together? Use your shared dream to ignite your passion towards service. But let's dive deeper and examine journaling, prompts to identify shared values, passions, and skills. Ask yourselves if your paths are aligned in service towards that purpose. Are your dreams and aspirations in sync? Each dream will allow each of you to reach your full potential. And once you have your list, encourage open communication and collaboration to co-create projects and initiatives. Talk about plans to work together and how you can utilize your unique skills. This will ensure balance and forward progress. Take action, starting with small steps, to contribute to your shared mission. Volunteer or join local groups to demonstrate active participation and desire. The first step can often be the most difficult, but the most rewarding. Do not give up, for the world may be depending on it. Remember, while it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of pursuing a higher purpose, it's essential to stay grounded and practical. Maintain healthy boundaries, manage expectations, and focus on actionable steps. What healthy choices can you make today? Always keep track of your mental health and be sure to rest, for the journey is long. Twin flame unions are not just about personal fulfillment, but about contributing to a greater good. What if your relationship is a vessel for something bigger, encouraging you to contribute and make the world better? See your relationship as a model for others and demonstrate love and compassion. Let's remember the journey. We went from individual growth to shared purpose to collective impact. But what if you forgot that your journey is important and worth fighting for? Remember, you both have the power to create real change and inspire others, so take a moment to see your growth. And all of this leads us to a critical question. What practical steps can you take to create a healthy relationship, with or without a twin flame? How can you ensure your connections are built on authenticity, not illusion? Let's move into that next, so that you can start putting this information into practice. We've explored how individual growth fuels a shared purpose, and how that purpose can ripple outwards to create collective impact. But here's the thing, even with the noblest intentions, a twin flame connection can crash and burn if it lacks a solid foundation. It's easy to get swept away by the intensity of the bond, the feeling of destiny, the shared mission. But beyond the initial spark, what actually makes a twin flame relationship thrive long-term, it's more than just the fairy tale. What if the secret to a lasting twin flame union lies not in cosmic destiny, but in down-to-earth relationship skills? What if your intense connection is actually highlighting areas where you both need to grow? Are you willing to look beyond the fireworks and assess the practical elements that make any relationship work? Understanding these core elements can transform any relationship, not just twin flames. So let's get practical. What are the foundational pillars upon which you can build a thriving, lasting twin flame relationship? There are 5 core elements: clear communication, mutual respect, trust, vulnerability, and shared values. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They are the essential ingredients. Without them, even the most cosmically aligned connection will crumble. Think of clear communication as the bedrock. This means more than just talking at each other. It's about active listening, open expression, and healthy conflict resolution techniques. Are you truly hearing what your twin flame is saying, or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Venus in Gemini can enhance open dialogue, sparking lively conversations and intellectual connection. But here's the catch. This airy energy can also lead to scattered communication, misunderstandings, and a tendency to overthink. What if the key is learning to ground Venus in Gemini's energy, channeling its curiosity into deep, meaningful conversations? For example, let's say one partner feels neglected. Instead of saying, "You never spend time with me," a more constructive approach would be, "I feel lonely when we don't have quality time together because I value our connection, and I need that time to feel close to you." Small changes like this can build bridges between you. Now, let's talk about mutual respect. This goes beyond surface-level politeness. It means valuing each other's boundaries, honoring each other's individuality, and appreciating your differences. Are you trying to mold your twin flame into your ideal partner, or are you celebrating their unique essence? Imagine a scenario where one twin flame is an introvert and the other is an extrovert. Respecting those differences means the extrovert doesn't pressure the introvert to socialize constantly, and the introvert understands the extrovert's need for social interaction. What if respect is about recognizing and honoring each other's inherent worth, even when you don't see eye to eye? Next, we have trust. Trust is the invisible glue that holds a relationship together. It's about believing in your partner's integrity, relying on their support, and feeling safe enough to be vulnerable. What if trust is earned through consistent actions, not just empty promises? Think about it. Trust is nearly impossible without communication and vulnerability. If you're afraid to express your true feelings or share your fears, you create a breeding ground for suspicion and insecurity. What if vulnerability is the key to unlocking deeper levels of trust in your twin flame connection? Vulnerability is about opening your heart, showing your true self, and allowing yourself to be seen, flaws and all. It's about sharing your deepest fears, your biggest dreams, and your most authentic self with your twin flame. Are you willing to drop the mask and be truly seen? Shared values are the compass that guides your relationship. These are the fundamental beliefs and principles that you both hold dear. Family, spirituality, career, adventure, etc. Are you aligned on the big things in life, or are you constantly pulling in opposite directions? These elements are interconnected and build upon each other. Trust is impossible without clear communication and vulnerability. Respect is impossible without recognizing each other's boundaries and individuality. And shared values provide a framework for navigating life together. What if these aren't just individual traits, but also a constellation, working in concert to create a harmonious whole? So, what if your communication styles are completely different? What if one of you is direct and assertive, while the other is passive and conflict avoidant? What if these differences are amplified by Venus in Gemini, leading to even more misunderstandings and hurt feelings? There are several different communication styles, including passive, aggressive, and assertive. Passive communication avoids conflict, but often leads to resentment. Aggressive communication is direct, but can be hurtful. Assertive communication expresses needs clearly and respectfully. How does each impact twin flame relationships? One common misconception is that twin flames are always on the same wavelength and don't need to work at communication, and that they always know what the other is thinking or feeling. But here's the truth. Communication requires effort, just like any relationship. The intensity of the connection doesn't magically erase the need for clear, honest dialogue. What if the twin flame connection amplifies existing communication patterns, both good and bad? Communication barriers in twin flame relationships often stem from insecurities, fears, and past traumas. What if you or your twin flame is carrying unresolved emotional baggage that's blocking your ability to connect? Are you willing to unpack those bags and heal those wounds together? What if you need to tailor your communication style to your twin flame? This often involves honesty, compassion, and creating safe spaces for open dialogue. Are you willing to step outside your comfort zone and try new ways of communicating? Remember, vulnerability is your friend. Empathy and active listening are essential for navigating challenging conversations. This means putting yourself in your twin flame's shoes, trying to understand their perspective, and truly hearing what they're saying. Techniques like rephrasing, maintaining eye contact, and being fully present can make a world of difference. What if simply slowing down and paying attention can transform your communication dynamic? But here's the thing, all this talk is worthless if you don't take action. What practical steps can you take today to improve communication in your twin flame relationship? You're not alone, we are here to help. First, practice using I statements. Instead of saying, "You always ignore me," try, "I feel hurt when I don't receive a reply to my text because I value our connection." Can you see how this simple shift can de-escalate conflict and create a space for understanding? Try this, take breaks when emotions run high, and revisit the conversation later with a calmer perspective. What if stepping away for a few minutes, or even a few hours, can prevent a full-blown argument? Designate one night a week for quality time, free of distractions, to reconnect and deepen the bond. Turn off your phones, light some candles, and simply be present with each other. What if creating shared rituals can strengthen your connection and reignite the spark? And remember, seeking professional help from a relationship counselor or therapist is a sign of strength, not weakness. A skilled therapist can provide valuable guidance and help you navigate complex relationship dynamics. What if professional assistance is the key to unlocking deeper levels of understanding and healing? Building a healthy twin flame relationship is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort, commitment, and a willingness to grow together. The rewards, however, are immeasurable. If both partners stay committed, they can achieve their dreams. Are you willing to embrace the path, knowing that it will be challenging at times, but ultimately transformative? We've explored the core elements of a healthy relationship: communication, respect, trust, vulnerability, and shared values. We've discussed practical tools for improving communication and resolving conflicts. And now you have an even better understanding of what is needed to move forward. But here's the twist. Sometimes, the biggest obstacles in twin flame relationships aren't external, they're internal. What happens when codependency and karmic patterns rear their heads, testing the very foundation of your connection? Can you even imagine how to proceed at that point? Are you prepared for what's coming next? Let's tackle that next. As Venus prepares to leave Gemini, we stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in your twin flame journey. The question isn't just whether you've found your twin flame during this transit, but whether you've learned to love yourself unconditionally, recognizing your inherent worth and embracing your authentic self. Now I want to speak directly to your heart about the journey you've been on during this transit, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've experienced. We've navigated the sometimes chaotic, often confusing, but always enlightening energies of Venus in Gemini, learning to communicate with authenticity, discern true connections from fleeting infatuations, and seek a purpose beyond mere romance, tapping into a deeper sense of shared mission and spiritual evolution. Think of this transit as a refining fire. It burns away the illusions, the false beliefs, and the karmic debris, leaving behind the gold of genuine connection, profound self-awareness, and unwavering self-love. The misunderstandings, the doubts, the karmic echoes, they weren't roadblocks designed to derail your progress, but stepping stones carefully placed on your path to a deeper understanding of yourself, your relationships, and the very nature of love itself. They challenged you to grow, to forgive, and to become the best version of yourself, ready to embrace a love that is both earthly and divine. Ultimately, this journey isn't just about finding the one. It's about embodying unconditional love for yourself, for your twin flame, whether they are physically present or not. And for all beings, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and extending compassion to every soul. Like ripples in a pond, your commitment to love, to healing, and to personal growth creates a wave of positive change that extends far beyond your personal relationships, influencing your family, your community, and the world at large. This isn't just about relationships. It's about contributing to a world where love, compassion, and understanding prevail, where differences are celebrated, and where every individual is valued for their unique gifts and talents. It is about creating a new paradigm of relating, based on mutual respect, trust, and a shared commitment to creating a better world for all. You've taken the time to explore these profound connections, to delve into the complexities of twin flame relationships, and to confront your own shadows and insecurities, and that in itself is a testament to your courage, your resilience, and your unwavering willingness to grow. Remember, you are the author of your own love story. Choose wisely, trust your heart, and never underestimate the power of your own light to illuminate your path, to heal your wounds, and to attract the love you deserve. Embrace your journey, claim your power, and create a love that is authentic, fulfilling, and transformative, a love that not only enriches your own life, but also contributes to the healing and evolution of the planet. What seeds of love and connection will you plant as Venus moves on from Gemini? How will you nurture those seeds with patience, kindness, and unwavering faith, watching them grow into a garden of love that nourishes your soul and inspires others to do the same? Consider journaling about your vision for your ideal relationship, visualizing the love you desire, and taking actionable steps to embody the qualities you seek in a partner. Join our community on social media handle website, to connect with like-minded souls, share your experiences, and receive ongoing support and guidance on your twin flame journey. Until next time, may your heart be open to love, your path be clear of obstacles, and your love be boundless, extending to all beings and radiating outwards to create a world filled with compassion, joy, and unwavering hope.